Welcome Between the Line Girls Hoops on this Thursday.
Wednesday.
Folks, I'm behind because, hey, Monday threw me off because I was off because of the 4th. About to get ready to go out to Vegas, so I'm just behind and I'm off. Coach, what's up, Coach B?
Hump day.
Hump day. Got it right, folks. Hump day. I'm sorry. Between the Lines on this Wednesday. I've been all over the place. Jumped on last night with them guys from the east side. They call him Daddy. What's it called, Coach?
Are you on the show all the time? Don't ask me.
Basketball Dads. Basketball Dads with my man Blue and my man Mark Fleming that's never wrong. Mark Fleming that's never wrong, folks. If you want your president, vote for Mark Fleming because he's going to win. He's going to win. But, folks, we get to talk a little high school girls basketball, AAU basketball, high school basketball, whatever comes up on our plate. But we got a lot going on. This weekend's a busy weekend. Coach will be on the road. He'll be out in Texas. I'll be out in Vegas covering the EYBL Section 3. It's almost over, folks. Yes, you're on Section 3. Be out there in Vegas. A lot going on in Vegas. A lot going on in Vegas. You got the boys EYBL going on. You got Conor McGregor fighting. You got the rookies NBA games going on. You got the girls EYBL junior EYBL, ECL, whatever it's called, and then the big time EYBL girls. So much going on in Vegas. So, folks, I'm gonna tell you right now, before you decide to get on that plane, or before you decide to drive or however you're gonna get to Vegas, just call your credit card union. I mean, just call them. Just say, hey, real quick. Just say, hey. Yes. Citibank, American Express. Mm-hmm. Cut me off at 500. When I get hit 500, turn it off. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Because if you don't, folks, if you don't,
do, Tony.
Yes, sir.
You need to go ahead and put on your phone the maps of all the blood banks around there so you can donate blood so you can have some food after you give all your money away.
That's Coach. That's why I say get your phone and just cut it off at 500. When you get to 499, the machine just stops. It just cuts itself. Snap. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to worry about doing it because if you don't snap it, you're going to be in trouble. If you don't snap it, folks, you're going to be in trouble. You out in Vegas, you got the sun beating on you, you got good food. It's a town that never sleeps. So you're going to be going.
You taking $500 a gamble? I thought you were talking about to get in the game. I thought you were talking about $500 to get in the game.
Well, Coach,
for you and your fam.
I'll be honest with you. To get in the game is pretty cheap. It's cheaper than parking. So nice. That's a plus. That's a plus. I tell you who used to get you was you went on to those Puma, live, supposed to be live, ain't nobody there. I mean, unless Casper and his crew was there. There was nobody in the seats.
Casper University,
Coach, you're exactly right. But when you went to those games, they would charge you like $100 to get in. EYBL's been pretty good. It's been like 82, so it's not bad. I can still get me some fries and a drink, stuff like that. Yeah. Coach, I'm kind of excited though. My daughter ain't played since the 1st of June, Yeah. So she's been out a few weeks, went into the physical therapy today, got her pretty right, so it should be good to go. Put the pins in her, should see her face. She's making scary faces, and wasn't a scary movie on, but you suck the pins to get the muscles going. So kind of like that. Thought that was pretty cool, but she feels good to go. After she got done with that, she went and got some shots up. So hope we can go have a good session 3. The first 2's been pretty good, but this is when you start to get you 2029s. If you're listening to me, this is when you start getting your big looks because you're still on the brown court, you're not on the black court. But some of those coaches have started treading off, going to the brown courts just because, hey, you're next up. Like my guys in Dallas would say, you next up. So hopefully, you guys, can get that. But Coach, I got a question. Out of all our 29s here in Oklahoma, who you think will be the next one? Brooklyn's already racked up some, and Bentley's racked up some. Who you think will be the next hot hot commodity in Oklahoma that can get an offer in the next few weeks?
Well, I mean, I think I talked to a young lady today. I'm gonna call her. I believe it was Elena, out of Victor Christian. I mean, I didn't know this kid. She averaged 15 points a game, all conference, all tournament, all three tournaments. And I didn't even know this young lady. She plays with the Banshees, and so that's 29 that picks it up. I don't know. I mean, there's some I've seen, some I haven't seen. I think maybe not Vegas, but after Vegas, Chicago, I think Zoe Johnson may pick up her offer. I think she's a solid point guard. So that's a young lady in the 29 group that's in that top 10 that is still waiting that offer. And really it's just kind of wait and see. Like you said, I mean, I think people have eyes on them. I think they've been invited to elite camps, and I think they have eyes on them. Like you said, I think with the 5-year rule now, I think 27s are in a tight spot.
Yes, sir.
I think 28s you've already put your hands on. Some Brooklyn Miles, kids like that, you've already kind of whoever 28s you've kind of recruited, looked at, and now you're 29s. I think that's your next one. I mean, 30s probably not so much, but 29s, I think you're getting ready to start getting to know them a little bit because you're about, next year you get that phone call.
I think a girl that you could really see, Jordan Richardson out of Newcastle, legends. I think she's had a lot of phone action with coaches, but ain't no one pulled the trigger yet. I think this could be the weekend that if she has a good weekend. I think they're waiting to see her come from transfer from New Orleans to now you're going to Vegas. So I think this could be her weekend. Peyton Braggs is another young lady. Like to see what she can do. She lost her and Chloe was like Batman and Robin. Chloe goes up to the 16's legend. So that takes a little away from her. They did bring in Ajane from Mustang. Congratulations to her getting back on the EYBL. It's kind of funny, Coach. It's kind of like the double league, the triple A, the single A, and hey, Ajane, come on back over here. So she comes back to the legend. She played on a couple other circuit teams, but was done a pretty good job for them. I think last week in their little get ready tournament, before they go back to the EYBL. She did pretty good, but I think Braggs could be a girl. I think my girl out of Pahosky with Mocan, I think she could be a young lady that can sneak in. Looney could sneak in and get one. I think Cece, I don't know where Cece's at. I think Cece's a girl that can jump and get one. A young lady has been working really hard is Jaylee Gray. I know she's kind of dropped out of the top 10, but still a top 10 player in my eyes in the state of Oklahoma. I think she could do something. Amira Harrison, a little feisty guard. I think she's just kind of big because of her size, Coach. I think she does everything that all the other big guards do. It's just that, can you overlook that size? She's a dog on the court. But can you coach in the college rank? I mean, what would you think? Can you overlook that size?
Yeah, you might be able to overlook it, but you're probably not going to get offered till I'm just going to say, you're going to get some offers, but probably what you're thinking that you're going to get and probably where your talent level should pitch you. I think it's just got to be a wait and see. I think it's a body of work. That's the best way I put it. I think it's body of work. I've got to see a young lady 4 or 5 times to really kind of convince me that they can cover that. And it's not a skill set. It's just defense. I think people overlook defense. I mean, offensively, you can score. That's great. Defensively,
can you stop?
Can you stop? I mean, can I use, Class 5A state tournament? Carl Albert makes a change, puts their point guard on Newcastle's point guard, and there's, 5 inches difference there. That's the things that you got to see. You got to be able to guard. Can someone at that size guard a king that is playing point guard on a team? And that's what it's going to take. Body work to show your hustle, your grit, your heart, your determination. Those are things I think some players you just got to see. They just grow on you. You got to keep seeing them. And I think when you have a size problem, I think it's no different than if you got a big girl who may be a little slow. you got to watch to see that can she get them down the floor.
Yes.
Well, it's no different than a small guard to a big post player that they say is a little slow. We've seen big girl at Oklahoma State. Not a prototype size, but she gets them down the floor.
Yeah.
And I think those are things that you just got to continue to watch.
No, like I said, I think you're right. She got all the skill set, is the size. Can she cover that guard when they make that switch and put that 6'2", point guard on her, or 5'11", a little bit bigger guard? Can she make that stop, or is it going to be easy cakes every time she gets the ball in the post? Because coaches are going to see it. They're better. They're a little bit better than high school coaches. They're going to see that mismatch and go to it every time and find a way to get that screen to get her open. So she's a young lady that I think that could, like you said, could come late, but I do think she has a good chance to go play big time, school ball.
Yeah.
The young lady that left, that she came to Georgia, I think her name was Laney. I think her name was Laney too. I'm not sure. You'd ask Sam because he bumped her up.
I haven't seen her play.
I think she's a young lady. She was at the ABL or EYBL team. Excuse me, Coach.
The where? ABL team out of
yeah. I think she's with them, and so I don't think she had any offers with them. So I don't think it's going to make any difference because you're on that Georgia, that side of the state that that is basketball. So it's kind of funny. I mean, she might get him here because Oklahoma's a little bit different. They want to jump on kids that, even though hey, we're going to jump on them before somebody else get them. But which I understand that. But I'd like to see what she can do. It's going to be really interesting. Some 28s. I think Kalani's still out there just sitting with one offer. I think King, and she goes out and have another excellent weekend. She can come out with some bigger ones. I think Brooklyn Miles is, showing you week in and week out that she can get them. Holmes has done her thing up there, Muskogee and, Sudden Ties. So there's a lot of girls out there it's got some good things going. Is there going to be any sleepers? I love that. I love seeing the sleepers. I love seeing the girls that people don't think they're going to get them and they end up getting them. So, and that's what you want, man. I mean, we know who the top-notch dogs here in Oklahoma are. Justice Woods has showed that, hey, she's done a good job on that Legends team that haven't won a lot of games. Sometimes it ain't about the winnings, that the coaches want to see what you can do. Coaches, those 17-year-old coaches, I mean, college coaches that come and watch those games, they don't really care if you win or lose. They want to see what you can do because I'll put you in my system. I'm going to make you a winner. Even though you might be in this system that's not very good, but we're going to put you over here with us and we're going to make you a winner. So I don't think that, winning and losing, I mean, I think it's good when the more games you play, the better they can see, more they can see you. You on that main court by yourself and you ain't got to share with nobody else on another court, black court. So I think this weekend's going to be a big time weekend for some girls. Like I said, once again, Mercedes sent her a text today and told her, me and Coach is praying for a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
She's sitting back hard. She reached out, like one of our pictures. Mercedes is a kid that got a chance to watch. She's quiet. She's a silent, player. I mean, just really silent. But next thing you know, she got 25 points, 10 rebounds, 4 steals, and two blocks because that's the type of player she is. She doesn't talk a lot. She doesn't talk trash. She's gonna go out there and play a game. Like I said, she went down 2 weeks ago to a knee injury. So hopefully, she comes back well. Same thing with Douglas over there with Pro Skills, Grind Prep. Probably one of my favorite young ladies. I know I don't talk to her a lot, but just folks, I like kids that's just humble. You don't know she has offers. You don't know that who she is. She ain't posting a bunch of stuff on her Instagram that put the eyes on me. And she just goes out there and play the game, and so it sucks that she's hurt. I'm telling you right now, this is one that I hope comes back 100% and 10 times better because she is a good kid. And you always want to root for the good kids. The good kids are the ones that you love and you want to see good things. You're wondering back of your head, why the hell had to be her? And she don't deserve that. And I'm saying that, and I'm not her mom and dad, but hopefully she comes back strong. Because I tell you, folks, I've been going through this injury. It was in my baby's injury. Knock on wood, wasn't as sincere as bad as these other girls, but sitting down for 4 weeks. But Coach, I mean, you both talked about it. Sitting down for 4 weeks might have been the best thing for her. She got a chance to rest and recoup and get herself back together. Is there any tournaments that you looking forward to, this weekend? I mean, there's a lot going on with EYBL and Under Armour and all these tournaments, because there's a bunch of them. You know,
I
is
just
there?
wish, you can see them all, but you
Yeah,
can't. I mean, I've got, we got kids that support us, that tag us in their, in their schedules, and they're in Under Armour. Oh,
yeah.
we're not going to Under Armour. I'm not. You're not. Adidas. I'm not. You're not. And Select 40, Ohio. I'm not. You're not. Kentucky. So I wish there was a way we could see them, but I am glad that people are now posting their highlights and they're tagging us.
That's
So we
it.
are getting a chance to get eyes on them somewhat, even if it's just a minute clip. I mean,
Yes.
at least I get a chance to see them play and know that they were successful and they had good numbers and they're doing the things that we asked them to do. Tag people, tag coaches, tag us, tag college coaches, and you see kids are starting to do that now, and that's good because more eyes are getting on them.
No, coach, I like what you just said. You know, they're out there attacking these college coaches. These coaches might not know. They might have seen or come across your highlight or your film real quick. You're like, man, I've heard that name. You know, Anna Joe. I heard that name. Then guess what? You send them a schedule like Anna Joe's playing on court 14, and they're like, hey, I'm on court 12. I'm going to turn around and look at Anna Joe, and guess what? They might be something that they see and they're like, man, I really like that girl. You know, I mean, I've heard that name. I've heard people talk about her, so now I'm going to circle her and go back and tell coach, hey, Anna Joe on court 14 was pretty good. She did some big things.
Well, your game on court 9 might have been a blowout, and court 9 is there, and all I got to do is spin my chair, 180, and I'm watching court 14. And you know what? That kid, I won't say she bugged me, but she was persistent in knowing that she was interested in our program.
And coach, I don't think you should call it bugging because I mean, if you're doing this is it. If you're doing your job, if you want a job, right? If you apply for a job and they interview you, haven't heard back from them in a couple of days, most people that want the job is going to call back and say, hey, just checking in to make sure everything went good. Right. And I'm still interested in the job. And that's just like a young lady or young man. If he's trying to get recruited and he sends his tape to ORU or OSU or whoever, and they haven't heard back, I mean, he should do a follow-up. Now, if they're mad because he's doing that, and guess what? They're not in the right job because you should want kids that's going to be a kid that's going to be at your practice on time. That's going to be a kid, if you say, hey, I need you to run scout team and do this and that, they're going to do it. Sometimes these kids get these big heads and they're not going to want to do it. So I would love a kid that's going to run through a brick house for me and go do the things I need him to do to make us become winners and champions and stuff like that. So no, I love a kid that's perceptive about, hey, give me a call. Hey, I'm still interested in coming to your school. Right. Even though I got 5 other schools that might be talking to me, but I'm still interested in coming to your school. So no, I do like that, coach. I think that's good that you talked about kids are tagging and doing the things because we're telling you guys, not saying we're telling you to do it. That's why you're doing it, but it's gonna get you a little bit farther by doing it, though. It really will.
Well, I'm telling you, I get kids that tag me from New Jersey, Ohio, Kentucky, everywhere, Tennessee. I ain't seen. I don't know these kids, but because they tag me, I get a chance to see their highlights, and I get a chance to follow them, and I get a chance to keep up with them and watch them. And if I was a college coach, again, where are you going to be at? Like I said, you're going to be at Kentucky. All right. Well, you know what? I might have a game in between a game. I got to go see Susie on court 9, and I got to go see this other one on court 12 because you know what? They're my top recruits. I got an hour to kill.
Yes,
you
sir.
know what? I'm going to go see this girl right here just because you know what? She tags me and everything. And she's interested in our program. That's what you're telling the coaches. You know what? I took the time to look you up, to find your address, and tag you. I'm interested in your program. I mean, and same thing we get, coach. We get people that tag our show, and we're interested in your show. Well, you know what? You may end up on the show. Have we ever seen you play? No, not in person. But you know what? We can find a lot about your game. We can let other people know about your game. And again, we're out at certain places, but we've had a 6'8" girl from New York. I ain't seen her play in person. You? No. But you know what? She is a legitimate D1 top 30 kid that through communication, not. And here's the other thing, Tony. We talk about kids these days not communicating. I've had young ladies step out on a ledge and tag me and DM me. Now, that tells me something. That, you know what? You're not scared to communicate. You're not scared to take a risk. You're not scared to get yourself out there and promote yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. Don't wait for your high school, college coach, AAU coach, whatever. High school coach, whoever, Little League coach, whatever. You do it yourself. You control yourself. Just like you said, you want a job. You might have a headhunter trying to find you a job, Tony. But you know what? If Tony Johnson wants that job, he's going to do it himself.
He's going to find a way to get it.
And go out and get it, And so congratulations to these young ladies that are doing it. They're tagging, stepping out there, making videos, tagging people, and DMing, willing to take that risk. Because sometimes, you know what? It is hard to step it out there and not get the answer back.
Coach, I got to ask you, though. You're talking about these girls making videos. I've heard, 30 seconds. I've heard a minute. I heard no longer than 2 minutes. When using your college coaching days and you was going through a bunch of film and a bunch of videos and a bunch of things that you had to go through that your head coach had you do, how long would you look at a video?
Minute and a half.
There you go, folks. A minute and a half. Hey,
me. I'm going to see what I need to see. If you do me the right highlights. Now, if you're giving me jump shot, like 30 seconds of jump shots, I want to see a jump shot. I want to see a steal on a fast break. I want to see you drop some dimes. I want to see you rotate on defense.
That's it.
And you know what? Each clip is what? 5 seconds, 6 seconds? So what? You got in 10, 12 different clips of yourself? That should be enough.
That's it.
I mean, that's 70 seconds of 5 clips. If you just did something 5 seconds each time, show me rotating over, taking a charge, getting a hand in the pass lane, getting a steal, finishing it for a layup, or shooting a jump shot, moving out. I mean, coming off a screen, show me you can shoot off a screen. Show me dribbling off a screen. Hey, minute and a half. I've seen all I need to see.
That's it. Well, and also play the right music, folks. We don't need you talking about. We don't need all that. I mean, he might turn that on and hear that, and he goes like next. You might play some classical. You might just play something but beat. But you might play.
I don't expect you to have Kenny G on there, but come on now, Hey, come on now.
You might play a little Molly Crew. I don't know, but you might look and see what kind of coach it is. I don't think you want to send a coach that ain't in the Molly Crew. It's a Molly Crew because he probably ain't gonna turn it on. And you might have the best film ever. You're like, what is this kid thinking? Click and throw it out the door. But like I said, man, I'm excited about this weekend being out in Vegas, getting to see a lot of different girls. Hope I get a chance to run into.
Come on, man, you're gonna go see Connor. You ain't going there. You're gonna go see the fight, Tony. Come on now.
Now, Coach, I ain't got that kind of money.
We're gonna do live from the hotel, Coach Vick. We're gonna do live.
Hey, Coach, we are gonna go live. I'm bringing my laptop. Man, I gotta sit back and relax, Coach. I am gonna bring my swim trunks, Coach. Last year I came out in the duck. You know what I'm saying? So I got to do something in Vegas by the pool. I doubt it, but I am going to bring my swimsuit. Don't know if I'm going to put it on, but hey, what goes on in Vegas, you have fun in Vegas. So I'm excited. My wife's got her nails done, her toes done, her ears done, eyelashes done. I said, baby, where you getting all this money from? You in here ching, 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 ching. You got to say some of that. We got to say, because your daughter going to say, I want to go to that store. I want to go to that store. Every week we give it's ching, 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 and daddy gets nothing. You know what I'm saying, Coach? All I do is swipe. That's it. Swipe.
Well, maybe get to roll some dice out there a couple times.
Hey, I got to ask you, though, is there anybody at your tournament that you're looking forward to seeing, though? Because I know you're down there in Texas at the is it PBR 64? What is it?
Yeah, it's the Super 64. I've had some young ladies that hit me up. There's some Team Oklahoma, some Oklahoma Swarms down there. I've got the Texas High Society, THS group that's down there. I had a young lady, I had a coach from Conroe, Texas, hit me up. It's their Rise group. And so I've got some people that I haven't seen because every time I've been looking at Oklahoma kids, but I got some kids that are from other states that have hit me up with their schedule. And they're just now starting to do that because I just now posted, I was going to be down there for sure. For one, I had to make sure I can get a room. And man, I'm telling you what, the room was $300 on Friday, Saturday, and then on Monday it's $25. Come on now. Come on. You're gouging me, man. I mean, you're gouging. So I got to stay in Arlington, which is fine. But again, though, I'm looking forward to it. I have people that have tagged me in their schedule. So I'm looking for some people that really some 27s and 28s that I've not got a chance to see that I follow. So I'm pretty excited about, getting a chance to see them and hopefully I get some photo ops like I did at I-35. I thought that was fun. I had a blast doing that. Getting a chance to meet them in person. We talked about it. Dooley kid walked right by me, coach. I looked at her, looked at each other, said hi. And, I'd already have her on a show coming next week. But again, though, you got to see him in person, Yeah. I mean,
Coach,
Coach,
I'm going to challenge us both.
Uh-oh.
I want us to get about, a few kids, but I also want us to get 2 college coaches to take a picture with and tag them because we need to let these high school girls know that, hey, we are starting to build a relationship with these college kids, these college coaches too, because, we can be the lookout for a coach that, hey, might look and need a girl and, hey, what do you think about this girl? Because, we do have a lot of knowledge, on some of these girls here in the state. Like I said, we got a lot of girls that you could talk about in the top 10 from our top 25 to even to our top 100. We have a lot of girls that's, that could easily be in the top 25, and they might be sitting outside the 25. But, I think the more and more you do things and folks, we are going to start doing a ranking over here with Between the Line Girls Hoops, not taking that from Sam, but we just want to do a little ranking. We're going to do a top 10, nothing in order, just, and we're going to get on here maybe one night go live and we can go back and forth with, not no yelling and cussing and screaming, but why do you think this girl should be number one? I had a deal, me and Coach talked earlier, and I brought up a deal is that a young lady is played this one girl head to head, but this girl jumped her in rankings. And my part, I don't think that's right because if you beat somebody head to head and you got a better thing, your format, your platform speaks for itself, but you jump this person in rankings. Why? Because this one guard is 5'5" and this other guard is 5'9", 5'10". I don't think that has nothing to do with it. If you can play, you can play. It's like if you can swim, you can swim. So I think that's one of the things that we want to do better in far as with rankings, and challenge. Because who should be number one? Right now in 2029, you got Brooklyn. I think in 28, you got Brooklyn. I guess you Brooklyn. You probably want to change your name to Brooklyn because then you might be number one.
Every kid, and the baby now is being born in Brooklyn. Every kid. But
there's some girls that's dropped out of the top 5. That was, Kalani was a young lady that was number 1 2 years ago. She dropped out, but 2 years ago, no one really knew who Brooklyn Miles was. So. She's put her name on the map and she's doing big things. She's getting big time offers, Power 5 offers. So she's done good things, and not saying Kalani's not, because I think she's a great ball player. I think this weekend she goes out and do some good things. I think her and Jordan can come away with some offers. I think they've had colleges on their doors, knocking, but ain't nobody let them, they're knocking, but ain't nobody let them in yet. So I think this weekend could be a big time. You got the Davis girls. I think they're doing a great job. I think they're going to stay hot and keep getting, offers. And I think a young lady out there, Lincoln Christian Z, I think she's going to keep doing things. All 3 of those girls on the same team. So they go out and have another good live period. I can see some big things, but like Coach said, some 2029s. I think you're going to see a couple 2029s. Granted, if it's my kid or the next kid, I think you're going to see some girls out of Oklahoma's going to get some offers. That's it's not going to be Brooklyn or Bentley. They're still going to get theirs, but I think it's going to be some other young ladies too. Anything else, Coach?
Yeah, I'm looking which one. I get them confused, but you know what? You remember the twins from Purcell, People Twins?
Yeah, the People Twins. Yes, sir.
People Twins. Both of them went down with ACLs. One went down like a summer, one went down in school ball. And I can't remember which one is, but one of them's coming back. One of them's back, works hard, and so I want to make sure those were kids that came out of junior high that were averaging doubles.
Yes, big time player.
And they had a big freshman season at Purcell, promising sophomore. One goes down in AAU ball, and she's the one that's returning she's returned playing. And then the other one did it in school ball They should be back by school ball, but they're both working out, back on their ACL recovery. But I wanted to mention them because I was pretty high on them and still am, but I was pretty high on them when they came out of junior high because they were double doubles. They backed it up as freshmen.
They were fast.
I was like, all right, we're going to get in that sophomore year. And, that sophomore year makes a little statement. And, both of them got hurt. So, but I do want to mention them because those are a couple of kids that are 2028 that I want to keep an eye on this summer and see how they develop. So, but great young ladies, can score. One's more of a forward, one's more of a guard. But heck, I'm gonna tell you right now, if they both were playing last year, Purcell's a different team.
No, I mean I'm looking at those two young ladies. I mean I've watched them play since they were 5. Played for Select, played for 33. With Callan and his daughter. So I mean, just two athletic girls, good size, and get up and down the court. Mm-hmm. Folks, I'll tell you right now, those injuries can take a toll on you. You just heard what Coach Vick said. These girls are not saying their game's going to change. But 2 or 3 years ago, these girls are top-notch girls. If they're probably still in that same range and don't get hurt, they probably have some offers by now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Stay humble because you never know when is the day you're going to be called that, hey, if it's a bomb knee, bomb toe, bomb fingernail, you never know. So just stay humble, stay on top of your game, make sure you get plenty of rest. Like I said, we're both going to be gone this weekend. Like I said, I'm looking forward to getting there. It's gonna be hot, but it's gonna be fun though to get to watch my baby play again. It's been like a month, so I know she's anxious. She's ready to go. She's already got her clothes packed. She already got everything washed. I know she's ready to go. Usually she's the last one, but I'm excited for her, man. I know when she got done with the doctor's day, she was just cheesing and grinning. So hopefully coaches let her get in there and do her thing. And like I said, I'm always going to root for my baby because, that's my baby. But like I said, good luck to all the young ladies out there this weekend, man. Make sure you guys are tagging us, DMing us, man. Yep. You got Coach J. Vick, then you got myself at, high keeping. Make sure you're sending us, and we'll get it out. If we don't get it out, and I'm going to have plenty of time to work on stuff. So please get it to me so we can retag it, get it out. London Long, want to give her a shout out because she went out and got her little stuff done, and I like that. I didn't have to tell her. Mama didn't have to tell her. She got it out and tag coaches, folks. She tagged coaches. This is a young lady. She's 15. She's dealing with some injuries, but she's playing on the Legend EYCO team. But she's done some good things, and you never know who comes down to that court because there's always some diamonds in the rough down there. So she goes out there and she ball out. She's just like playing on the EYBL court. So good luck to her and her team. Good luck to the twins, Annabelle and Brindley, Drive Nation. And like I said, a lot of the girls, man, I mean, all these girls here in Oklahoma, we were cheering for you. We were rooting for you. We want to see you do the good things and everybody come back to Oklahoma healthy. And like I said, we could talk again next week or later on this week.
I think that JYD group that has that 28 group that has Inhofe on it, the Berry Hill kid, Pruitt kid from Owasso. Obviously you got Brooklyn on there. You've got the Hartman kid from Kingfisher. Yeah. I think for that group, I think you're going to see some offers come this week. I think they've got some, but I think you're going to see some offers depending on how they play. But that's a very talented group. That's very versatile. All those kids are 5'11", 5'10", can shoot. And so I think there's some 28s that are going to get some offers out of that. I think the 27 group out of JYD's got some kids that will get some offers as well. So those are two groups. I think. I'm still waiting for the Creighton Conley kid from McLeod. I really like her, and I'm waiting for her to pick up an offer. Playing with Team Oklahoma. I'm sorry, with Swarm, and Big Daisy as well from McLeod. I think people got her eyes, and the other kid, from the Swarm, I think people are going to look at this weekend and make a decision is Maya out of Midwest City.
Yes.
Yes,
I think she could be a steal coach. I think she could be a steal coach. I think she could be a small, mid-major, great Division II. I know Coach Allison and Megan has worked with her to try to get her 10 times better. Was a volleyball player. Now she's come over to basketball. Now you got Coach Dre over there. So it's probably doing some good things with her. I think she could be a difference maker, a rim protector. Rebounds, putbacks. She's probably gonna be one of the biggest girls in 6A2. In 5A. 5A district. I don't know. There's many more girls her size. I know Dale City got a couple of girls, but Just with her size and with her length and all that. So look and see what she can do this year. But like I said, this coming up in season. But this weekend she could be the one that, like you said, could still offer that no one had kind of on the radar. But then because you can't pass up that size, and she's athletic and she can score. So those are all the things you need. Hey, I need you to go out here and get me 6 to 10 boards, 8 points, 4 blocks, and some rebounds. And hey, guess what? You're winning. So yeah, looking forward to that. But anything else, Coach?
That's it. Like I said, I think opportunities are going to happen this week for people. I think coaches now are looking at their second level, maybe their first level hasn't committed yet. And like you said, like big girl, more kid from Midwest City, I'm going to get down and look at 27s. I'm starting to look and go, all right, I need a tall post player. And I'm going to start just going by elimination, committed. And then you're going to get down to uncommitted. Well, now it's time you can make or break your season or your scholarship offer right now this next weekend by being that way. And so good luck to all the players. This is what you've been working for. So get out there and ball out.
That's it. Ball out, folks. But you know what time it is. Folks, we want to thank you once again for tuning in to another great episode on this Wednesday, Hump Day. I had it all wrong because I was off on Monday. Hump Day. But folks, me and Coach Vick will be on the road this week. But we want to thank all the sponsors from Keep It 100 to Above the Hoops, Triple Elite, BSN, my man Manny. Go see Manny. It's hot. You need a car with AC. Go see my man Manny. Then, hey, when you get that car, go see my man Chose, Eric, over there at Chaos Custom. Then, hey, when you get home, wife says, we got a leak. Guess who? It's two different roofers you can call. You can call Rain Down Roofing with Jay Hunt, or you can call Cantrell Construction and Roofing, and they can take care of you. But hey, that's what it is. But hey, you know what? Wife says, baby, I'm tired of this house. What you want, baby? She said, go see my man Lily. Signature Homes, folks. Signature Homes. He built pretty homes. And that's what we do over here, Between the Line Girls Hoops. We want to thank our sponsors again for doing all the things they do. I want to thank my man, Coach V. Y'all didn't even know we dressed alike today on Hump Day. Right as we hit the road.
Red, man. You red. I'm blue. You red.
Baby, I'm every color now, man. I don't discriminate. I love everybody. But folks, once again, we want to thank you again for tuning in to another great episode Between the Line Girls Hoops. We'll catch you next time. See ya. Yeah. Yep.